When was the last time you held a letter in your hands? Not a bill, not a flyer, a real letter. You can probably feel it now if you stop for just a moment. The weight of the paper, the slight crinkle as you turn it over, the sight of handwriting, someone's real hand moving across the page, choosing each curve and line just for you. And the words, they hang in the air a little longer, don't they? They have weight. They were chosen, one by one, with you in mind. Now compare that to the texts you send today. Quick, efficient. They get the job done. But there's something hollow in that speed. Something missing. This isn't about missing stamps or old postmarks. It's something deeper. It's the feeling of being truly seen. When you sit down to write a physical letter, something happens to time. It slows. Picture yourself at a kitchen table, a cup of coffee cooling beside you, a blank page, and a pen waiting. You're not just typing out your day's events. You pause. You think about which words matter. You remember a moment from your own life. Maybe your first job, or a favorite tree from childhood, and you choose to share it. That reflection becomes a gift, not just to the person who will read it, but to you. The act of writing forces you to inhabit your own memory. A woman I know writes to her granddaughter every month. She doesn't list what she ate for lunch or the weather outside. Instead, she describes what it felt like to start her first job at 16, the nervous flutter in her chest. She tells her about the oak tree she climbed as a girl, its bark rough under her palms. With each letter, she builds a bridge between her season of life and her granddaughter's. The granddaughter doesn't just learn facts. She feels her grandmother's presence across the years. And the grandmother, in writing, rediscovers her own story. That's the quiet secret of this lost art. It slows you down enough to remember who you are. And that remembering becomes a gift you leave behind, without even knowing it. Imagine a man in his 70s, sorting through a shoebox in his attic one quiet afternoon. Inside, he finds letters his father wrote to his mother during their courtship in the 1950s. He reads the words, and suddenly, he meets a stranger. This father he knew only as a quiet, practical man, now full of humor and longing on the page. That voice, that tenderness, was always there, but it never survived a phone call. It only survived in ink. Letters outlive us. They hold a warmth that spoken words lose once the air takes them back. And here's the gentle truth you need to hear. You don't need perfect handwriting. You don't need poetry. Just one sentence on a postcard, something as simple as, "Thinking of you today," can rekindle a bond you thought had gone quiet. It's not about being eloquent. It's about being present, even from a distance. And that presence, once placed in an envelope, becomes something permanent. The lost art of letter writing isn't really lost. It's waiting for you to pick up a pen. No pressure for a full letter. Start with a short note to someone you haven't spoken to in months. A few lines. No performance needed. Connection is a gentle practice, not a performance. It's a quiet act of showing up. If this brought you a little peace, subscribe. There is more on the way. The letter is waiting.